Have you ever been lying in bed, just about to fall asleep, when suddenly your body jerks like you missed a step on invisible stairs? Your heart races, your eyes fly open, and for one terrifying second, it feels like you are actually falling. And then you're just there, in bed, safe, confused, slightly offended. That sudden fear of falling is one of the weirdest human experiences. You're not on a cliff, you're not even standing, yet your body reacts like you were about to fall off the edge of the world. And the worst part? Your brain gives you zero explanation. It just says, "Good luck," and disappears. So why does this happen? Why does the fear feel so real, so intense, and so random? And why does it usually happen when you're finally relaxing, not when you're actually in danger? Let's talk about it. First, understand this. Your brain is ancient, like extremely old school. While you're worrying about emails and bills, your brain is still operating with survival software from thousands of years ago. Back then, falling wasn't embarrassing. Falling was fatal. There were no railings, no safety nets, no mattresses. If you slipped, that could be the end of the story. So your brain learned one important rule. Falling equals danger. Big danger. Emergency level danger. Now fast forward to modern life. You're safe. You're indoors. You're lying on a soft bed. But your brain doesn't fully trust that, especially when you're relaxing or falling asleep, because that's when your muscles start to loosen, your body relaxes, and your brain panics. It's like your brain suddenly goes, "Wait a second, why are we shutting things down? Are we dying? Are we falling?" And before you can say, "Relax, I'm just tired," your brain sends an emergency signal to your body. Muscles tense up, heart rate spikes, you jolt awake. Mission accomplished. You didn't fall, even though you weren't falling in the first place. This sudden jerk is actually called a hypnic jerk. Fancy name, dramatic experience. But here's where it gets interesting. The fear doesn't just happen during sleep. It can hit randomly during the day, too. You could be standing near a balcony, walking downstairs, or even just looking down from a height. Suddenly, your brain shows you a quick, horrifying mental image of falling, and your body reacts instantly. Knees feel weak, stomach drops, hands grip tighter. That's not you being weak, that's your brain doing its job too well. Your brain is constantly running tiny simulations to keep you alive. Most of them happen quietly in the background, but sometimes one slips into your awareness. When that happens, it feels like reality for a split second. Think of it like your brain saying, "Hey, just checking. What if you fell right now?" Not because it wants you to fall, but because it wants to make sure you don't. It's the same reason your brain sometimes imagines swerving into traffic or jumping when you're high up. These thoughts don't mean you want to do those things. They mean your brain is warning you about them. Unfortunately, it has the communication skills of a panicked caveman. And yes, it's extremely rude that it chooses the most dramatic way possible. Now let's talk about why this fear feels so physical. Your stomach drops, your chest tightens, your heart races. That's because falling is linked to balance, and balance is controlled by a very sensitive system in your inner ear and brain. When your brain senses even a tiny mismatch between what your body feels and what it expects, it assumes danger. During sleep, this mismatch is common because your muscles relax faster than your brain expects. During heights, it happens because your eyes see depth and your brain goes, "Absolutely not," and boom, fear. Here's a simple real-life example. Imagine you're walking downstairs and you think there's one more step, but there isn't. That tiny drop feels terrifying, even though it's barely an inch. Your heart jumps like you almost fell off a building. That's the same system at work. Your brain hates surprises, especially gravity-related ones. And here's something funny. The smarter and more imaginative your brain is, the more likely you are to experience this fear, because your brain is really good at imagining outcomes, sometimes too good. And next time it happens, instead of panicking, you can actually laugh at it. You can say, "Thanks, brain, I appreciate the concern, but we're good." It sounds silly, but calming your body tells your brain that there's no emergency. Over time, it learns to chill out a little. So the next time you feel that sudden fear of falling, remember this: you didn't almost fall. Your brain just remembered a very old rule and pressed the panic button by mistake. You're safe. Gravity is doing its job. And your brain, well, it's just being a little overprotective. Now tell me this, have you ever felt that falling jerk right before sleep? Or that sudden fear when standing somewhere high? Let me know in the comments. I promise, you're not the only one whose brain likes to scare them for no reason.